Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Sand Devil Stadium, just off the campus of Page High School in Page. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's game 2 of our doubleheader between the Saguaro Sabercats and the Page Sand Devils. And Austin Anderson leads off for Saguaro. And the first pitch, a strike. The second one off the hands, and that is a catch over at first base. A diving attempt there as Brian Kiesling makes the catch at first. And there's one away. Saguaro with the win in the first game, improved their record to 5-3 on the season. And now Zach Gibbons, the center fielder, bats. First pitch across for a strike. Same lineup in game 2 for Saguaro that they had in game 1. Austin Anderson and then Zach Gibbons. Chris Ackman bats third and plays first base. Brandon Demarest, the catcher, hits fourth. As the next one is outside, it's 1-1. Kyle Young bats fifth. Matt Morris is sixth. John Nimps, the third baseman, bats seventh. Reed Austin DHs and bats eighth. And Ben Tingley is the number 9 hitter, starting today at second base. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off on the right side. Count of a ball and 2 strikes on Zach Gibbons. 1 out, base is empty, just underway, top of the first. Fastball a little bit high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Justice Bolden, the starting pitcher for Page, and a fly ball out to shallow right center. It's the second baseman going back, and he stays with it to make the catch. And 2 away in the inning.
Number 24, Chris Ackman.
Not quite a difference to start the ball game as Saguaro scored 11 times in the first inning in game number 1. They're going to have to go a long way to get to that point here in game number 2, as it's 2 batters and 2 outs for the Sabercats. Chris Ackman bats with the bases empty and takes the first pitch for ball 1. Mostly the same defense for Page that we saw in the first game. Trevor Campbell in left, Taryn Lund in center, and Chris Manson in right. As the next one is high, 2-0. Sumner Resmondo, the third baseman. Bill Shores plays shortstop. C.J. Ripka at second, and Ryan Kiesling at first. Bruce St. Germain catching for Justice Bolden. The 2-0 pitch. Ackman swinging and lifts a fly ball into shallow right. And coming in there to put it away is Manson, the right fielder, and the Sabercats go 3 up and 3 down in the first. After a half, it's the Sabercats nothing, and Page coming up to face Saguaro starter Kane McCaslin. So go to work in the bottom of the first inning, and Taryn Lund leads off, and Lund fouls the first one out of play for strike 1. Sabercats go up and down in order in the top of the first inning, and now Page going to work here in the bottom of the first inning. Kane McCaslin with the next one. That's inside, and it's a ball and a strike. Lund, the leadoff hitter, starts in center field. The number 2 hitter is Bill Shores. Ryan Kiesling hits third. Dustin Worker, the DH, bats fourth. Pitch a little bit high, 2-1. Sumner Resmondo is the third baseman. He bats fifth. Chris Manson is the 6th hitter playing right field. And the 2-1 pitch is hit out to shallow right. And Young is there to make the catch for the Sabercats, and there's 1 out. Justice Bolden, the pitcher, in the batting order today for Page. He bats 7th. Trevor Campbell in left bats 8th. C.J. Ripka rounds out the lineup, batting 9th. And the Sabercats defensively, Anderson, Gibbons, and Young in the outfield. Nips and Morris on the left side of the infield. Tingley and Ackman on the right. And Demarest catching for McCaslin as the first one to build shores is inside 4-1. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 out. Bases empty. Bottom of the first inning, no score. The 1-1. Right back near the outside corner, a called strike, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Tapper right back to McCaslin. He'll scout it. He's going to underhand it to Agman at first base, and there's 2 away.
Now batting for the Sand Devils, first baseman number 4, Ryan Kiesling.
2 down for Ryan Kiesling for the Sand Devils. Sabercats definitely can't complain about the last couple of games. Offensively, putting up a bunch of runs. They get a run rule win on Thursday at Poston Butte. And an even bigger margin of victory in a run rule today in Game 1 over Page. But probably wouldn't mind just kind of getting settled in here. They want to get good at bat, swing the bat well, and put the ball in play and so forth. As Kiesling takes inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs, bases empty. Bottom of the first inning. The 1 to the 1-1. And a nice breaking ball swung on and missed. It's 1-2. McCaslin back to work. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The wind and a 2-2. And a fastball fouled off. That'll get back out of play. And a breaking ball hit out to center field. Gibbons is there as he goes to his right a bit and makes the catch. And the side retired. Sabercats go up and down in order in the first. Sand Devils return the favor in the bottom of the first. After 1, there's no score. Brandon Demarest at the plate for Saguaro as we start the second inning. And the first one is high for ball 1. The 1 and the 1-0. That ball yanked down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone, I think. And it is a foul ball. And give the umpire a little credit as he gets down the line just a couple of steps short of the bag at third. And it is a long strike, as they like to say. That's to make your pitcher feel better. 1-1 the count on Demarest. Kyle Young and Matt Morris will follow for Saguaro in the second inning. Beautiful day here in Page. Just a light breeze. Warm in the sunshine. Nice and cool in the shade. Breaking ball outside, and it's 2-1. Bolden to work, and the pitch is high with a fastball, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. That one hit down the right field side, and that's out of play. Three and 2 on Brandon Demarest to lead off the second inning. The wind and the pitch. And it's upstairs for ball 4. So Demarest walks, first base run of the ball game for either side. Demarest will come off as we get a runner over at first base.
Courtesy runner for the catcher is number 19, Shane Stansberg.
Stansberry, the runner at first base, and the batter is Kyle Young. Game 2 of the doubleheader here in Page. The Sabercats won the first one 24-4. Turn and a throw to first base, and the runner back. Bolden ready, and his first one to Young is a fastball high for ball 1. Again, the whole day got started a little bit late as the Sabercats came up this morning from Scottsdale. Long drive up, of course. And the pitch there is high 2-0. The doubleheader scheduled to start at 12 o'clock. Sabercats got here a little after 12, and the first pitch didn't get across until 1:09. So about a 70-minute, 69-minute delay, I guess. The 2-0 pitch, that's low. 3 balls and no strikes. Stansbury with the lead at first base. Bolden sets at his 3-0 pitch. Bell high on the outside corner, a strike, and it's 3-1 to Kyle Young. Matt Morris next for the Sabercats. Well, a runner takes off, and he's in trouble out at second base and out at second. That wasn't even close, as Stansbury was trying to time his break for second base. And Bolden held it a little extra bit of time there, and they get him caught stealing for the first out. Young fouls a pitch away, and it's 3-2. So a runner at first and nobody out on a 3-1 count has turned into 1 out with the bases empty, and now the count full on Young. The 3-2. Tapped back up the middle. Going to be a long run for the shortstop. He's got it behind the bag on to first. And that is in time. Shores with a nice play behind the bag at second. And the stretch again from Kiesling at first.
Now batting shortstop number 6, Matt Morris.
And 2 away for Matt Morris. Breaking ball to Matt Morris across for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Yanked down the left field line, and that's going to be a fair ball as it goes all the way to the fence, and Morris will pull into second base. It's a 2-out double. First base hit of the game. And Morris at second base with 2 outs for John Nibbs. First pitch outside for a ball. No score, top of the second. The set from Bolden and the 1-0 pitch. And that's a shot off the shortstop's glove in the left center field, and that'll bring home the first run as Morris is around to score. And it's, I think it'll go as an RBI base hit for John Nimps. That was a shot. Morris maybe acted as a little bit of a shield there to screen the shortstop Shores. He kind of lunged at it, but it was up and off his arm and went into left center field. So the Sabercats get a run in the second inning, lead 1-0, and the batter is Reed Austin. Turn and a throw to first base, and the runner back. Austin going after it and knocks it out of play on the first base side. The set and the one strike as the runner goes. The pitch inside, the throw to second base is tardy. And so Nimps with the stolen base. And it's a ball and a strike on Reed Austin with Ben Tingley next for Saguaro. Set on the 1-1. And that ball hit into the hole, and that's past the shortstop into left field. Coming around third base to score is John Nimps. It's an RBI single for Reed Austin. And it's 2-0 Saguaro.
Second baseman number 1, Ben Tingley.
And one thing Saguaro really couldn't do very much in the first game, and you can't really complain about after scoring 11 in the first inning. Kind of had to take a little bit of the aggression out of running the bases. We'll see if they try to crank that up a little bit here in game number 2. There's a ground ball out to Shores at shortstop. He'll pick up the short hop and tap the bag at second to retire the side. But the Sabercats get on the board in the second. They get 2 runs on 3 base hits, and they leave one after an inning and a half. It's Saguaro 2 and Page 0. 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Dustin Worker going after the first one. A ground ball. Tingley backhands and throws wide of the bag. Ackman not able to come up with it as he did come off the bag, but didn't catch it clean, and that'll be an error to start the Page second inning.
Now batting for the Sand Devils, third baseman, number 10, Sumner Resmundo.
Now Sumner Resmundo, the third baseman for the Sand Devils, as Page gets the leadoff hitter aboard. And the ball fouled out of play down the right field side. 2-0 Sabercats as Saguaro got 2 runs in the second inning. Sabercats playing in game 2 of the doubleheader on the road in Page against the Sand Devils. And that pitch comes inside. And it's off the hand of Resmundo, and he's hit by the pitch and goes to first base. So Worker to second, Resmundo to first for Chris Manson.
Now batting for the Sand Devils, right fielder, number 18, Chris Manson.
Kane McCaslin 0-1 on the season, a 9 ERA. 10 innings of work, 17 hits allowed. 2 walks and a strikeout. That should be an earned run of 7, actually. It's 10 earned runs in 10 innings. As the count goes to 1-1 on Chris Manson. Next pitch high, 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 the count on Manson. And pitch a little bit low, 3-1. A swing and a miss, runs the count full at 3-2. McCaslin looks back to second base, the 3-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, and Manson is the first down in the second inning, a strikeout victim. And there's one away for Justice Bolden. First pitch high, going to throw down to second base behind the runner, and the ball trickled into center field. Worker thought about it, but slams on the brakes. And a pop up. Foul back out of play, and the count 1-1. 2 aboard with 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. Page trailing Saguaro 2-0. That ball hit well out to center field, but it's going to hang up, and it is caught in center field by Gibbons. That ball came off the bat, and thought it might have a chance to get into the deeper part of the ballpark, but it hangs up, and Gibbons runs it down. And there's 2 away for Trevor Campbell. First one to Campbell across for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Hits it to the right side. That's scooped up by Chris Ackman. He'll tap the bag at first. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, an error, and a hit batter. 2 runners left through 2 innings of play. Saguaro leads Page 2-0. Top of the order for Saguaro in the third. Austin Anderson going after the first one and pulls it foul on the first base side. The 0-1 pitch. Anderson lays off, and it's 1-1. Austin popped out to Kiesling at first base back in the first inning. The 1 and the 1-1 pitch. Going the other way, sends it down the left field line, but it's foul. And the count's 1-2. 2-0. Sabercats batting in the top of the third inning. A 1-2 count on Anderson. The pitch from Bolden. A breaking ball inside, nearly got him on the foot, but it missed him, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. That's inside, 3-2. And the 3-2. And a swing and a miss. Pitch up out of the strike zone, and it's the first out in the Saguaro third inning. First strikeout of the ball game for Justice Bolden. And now he'll face Zach Gibbons. First one off the end of the bat, fouled off on the right field side. Out of play. The 0-1. Oh, speed pitch outside and low, and it's 1-1. Fastball high, 2 balls and a strike. There's a pitch on the inside corner, a strike, and it's 2-2. Bolden got knocked around in his first outing as the 2-2 is lifted out to left center field. And in pretty deep part of left field, the catch is made by Campbell, and there's 2 away. We got the numbers for Page, and again, it's not updated through all 5 games, I don't believe. And well, definitely the pitching is not, because they had only accounted for 1 win and 2 losses. But Bolden, through I guess maybe 3 games anyway, an 0-1 record, 24 ERA. Had thrown 2 innings, given up 8 hits with 4 strikeouts. And Chris Ackman hits a ball deep and out to right field. That's going to go to the fence, and Ackman will pull in at second base with a 2-out double. You don't want to discount those 2-out base hits, because the Sabercats got their 2 runs in the second inning after 2 were out. As Brandon Demarest will bat with Ackman at second and 2 away. And Page has decided to not take a chance with Brandon Demarest. They will intentionally walk him. So Demarest to first. And then Stansbury will run at first base. So now 2 aboard with 2 outs for Kyle Young. I guess you pick your poison a little bit, but Kyle Young, the team leader in home runs and RBI, coming into today's play. And a ground ball over to first. Bobbled momentarily by Kiesling, but he's got it. And the strategy pays off for the Sand Devils as Young grounds out to end the inning. No runs, a hit, plus an intentional walk, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the third. Saguaro leads Page 2-0. 9-1-2 in the order for Page as we begin the bottom of the third inning, and C.J. Ripka takes a strike on the outside corner. Kane McCaslin to the line, and the 1-strike pitch. That one fouled back. Nothing and 2 on Ripka. And a breaking ball inside as Ripka has to jump back out of the way. The 1-2. Just off the outside corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. And that ball hit out to left field, and that's down for a base hit. So leadoff single for C.J. Ripka. And the first base hit of the ball game for the Sand Devils.
For the Sand Devils, center fielder, number 2, Taryn Lund.
Yeah, Taryn Lund for the Sand Devils. Going after that first one, fouls it off on the right side. Two nothing Saguaro with Page batting in the bottom of the third inning. Sabercats won the first game of the doubleheader, trying to sweep it here on the road in Page. And pitch down the middle, a strike, and it's 0-2. Oh, and a delay there from the plate umpire, but a called third strike as pitch may have been up based on the strike zone we've seen so far.
Number 3, Bill Shores.
Now Bill Shores with one on and one out. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. Shores had a comebacker to McCaslin back in the first inning. The lead over at first and the pitch, and that ball scalded out to right center field, and that's going to get down and go all the way into the alley. Young comes up with it. The runner is held as he just about ran through the stop sign over at third base, but Ripka is held at third. It's a double for Bill Shores.
For the Sand Devils, their first baseman, number 4, Ryan Keyes.
Page making some noise again here in the third inning. They got the first two aboard in the second and could not score as McCaslin settled in to get a strikeout, a fly ball, and a ground out. Now second and third with one away, and he's got to go through the 3 and 4 hitters. Easling takes the first pitch high for ball 1. And a swing and a miss, maybe a change up there, and the count's 1-1. Next pitch, a ball. Next one misses, 3 balls and a strike. Yeah, that pitch for a strike, and it's 3-2. And the 3-2. And a ground ball. Runners slow to take off. Now they do. The throw to first base is in time. I didn't see the runners break on the crack of the bat there, or the ping of the bat, I suppose. A 6-3 ground out, but a productive one for the Sand Devils as Kiesling gets the RBI. Ripka scores. That cuts it to 2-1, and now the tag run at third base, and the batter Dustin Worker. And a breaking ball, inner half of the plate for a strike to Worker, who reached on an error his first time up. Next pitch a little bit low, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. And that pitch, a called third strike. And Worker is punched out in the third for the Sand Devils. 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1 after 3. Page trails Saguaro 2-1. 6, 7, and 8 in the order for Saguaro. In the top of the 4th inning, Matt Morris leads off. He had a double and scored a run his first time up here in Game 2. And he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Morris, Nimtz, and Austin for Saguaro. Sabercats getting ready to play a pretty long string of baseball games over the next couple of weeks. As the next one bounces in, and the count goes to 1-1. Sabercats will play 2 games on Monday, as they will host Verdigris High School from Oklahoma and Vista Grande from Casa Grande. That'll be a single game against each of those 2 teams, but they'll play them back-to-back, so a doubleheader for the Sabercats on Monday. That starts at 9 o'clock on Monday morning. The pitch across for a strike, and it's 1-2. Then Saguaro will host Central High School on Tuesday morning. They'll face North at noon on Wednesday and host Marcos Teniza on Thursday morning. That's all part of the Scottsdale Spring Training Invitational. That ball right back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Matt Morris with his second hit of the ball game.
Third baseman number 12, John Nimitz.
And the batter is John Nimtz. Nimtz with an RBI single his first time up. There's a turn and a throw to first base and the runner back. 2-1. Saguaro with the lead, hitting in the 4th. First one at Imps high for ball 1. Check over to first base and the 1-0 pitch. That's across for a strike. They'll throw it down to first, but the runner back. The 1-1. A little bit high. 2 balls and a strike. Leadoff hitter aboard at first base for Saguaro in the 4th inning. Sabercats leading 2-1, and now looking to try to add to it here. Get at least their 2-run lead back, and they're hoping for more. Pitch across for a strike, and it's 2-2. Morris with the lead over at first base. Bolden trying to keep him close. And the 2-2 hit down the line in right field, and a foul ball. Morris will make his way back to first, Nimtz back to the plate. Sent from Bolden, another 2-2, and a breaking ball, and just off the first baseman, Kiesling's glove into right field. And a good read there as Morris goes from first to third on the play. The throw goes to third, and there's that aggressive base running we were talking about earlier for Saguaro as Nimps sees that throw go to third base, and he gets himself into scoring position at second. So not only does he get into scoring position, but it takes him out of the double play possibility. Now runners at second and third with nobody out for Reed Austin. Infield's going to come in for Page. Sand Devils will bring the infield in on the grass. Austin with an RBI single, and this one laced out to left field. This is going to get down for a hit and go to the fence. 2 runs will score. Austin will make his way to second base. It's a 2-run double for Reed Austin, and Saguaro leads 4-1. Second hit of the ball game for Austin is second and third RBI of the day, or at least for this game. And the batter is Ben Tingley. First pitch to Tingley, low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. That's across for a strike, and it's 1-1. Tingley bounced into an inning-ending fielder's choice to end the second. The 1-1 pitch. And called a strike. And to count 1-2. Like the catcher, St. Germain had to kind of reach out across his body there, close to the outside corner, and the plate umpire's been calling him out near that spot, so can't complain a whole lot. A fastball there is high, and it's 2-2. Austin at second and nobody out. It's a 2-run fourth inning for the Sabercats. They lead 4-1. Another fastball high, and it's 3-2. And the 3-2. And a ground ball into the hole at short. Stopped there, and a throw on to first base is not in time. But good effort there as Shorts keeps that ball from going to the outfield. 4 straight hits to start the fourth inning for Saguaro. And the batter is Austin Anderson. First we get a timeout. Playing in the fourth, Saguaro leads 4-1. First pitch bounced in for a ball as we get back to play. Austin Anderson at the plate, and he faces a new Page pitcher as Bill Shores takes over on the mound for the Sand Devils. He moves in from shortstop. And there's a pitch for a strike, and it's 1-1. Carlos Guerra takes over at shortstop as he comes off the bench, and he moves into Bolden's spot, the number 7 spot in the lineup. Turn and a throw to first base. Close over there as Tingley went back in standing up. Runners at the corners with nobody out. 4-1 Saguaro. Pitch bounced in. That'll go to the backstop and a run in. So the wild pitch makes it 5-1 as Austin scores. Tingley goes to second base. 2 balls and a strike on Austin Anderson. 5-1 Sabercats as they hit in the fourth. And that one in and off the foot of Anderson, so he's hit by the pitch.
Center fielder, number 3.
Now 2 aboard with nobody out for Zach Gibbons. A breaking ball near the outside corner, a strike. The set from Shores in the pitch. The breaking ball. It's inside and it's 1-1. 2 on. Nobody out, 3 across already in the inning for the Sabercats. And that's called a strikeout, Zach Gibbons. It's 1-2. The set and the 0-2. Well, the runner from second going to take off, throw to third base, and out at third. And then a throw out to second base. And so safe out at second base, but the count 2 balls and 2 strikes, and then Tingley was thrown out 2-5 on the caught stealing. Turn and a throw back to second base, and Anderson is in safely. Now a ground ball out to short. Garrett's going to get a play here, and the throw on to first base in time for the second out. 6-3 ground out for Gibbons. Anderson to third base, and the batter is Chris Ackman.
First baseman, number 24, Chris Ackman.
Breaking ball a little bit high to Ackman. Sabercats with 3 runs in the top of the 4th inning, leading 5-1. And the breaking ball low, 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch bounced in, and it's blocked nicely there by St. Germain to keep that runner held over at third base. And that pitch misses for ball 4. So Ackman walks, and the batter will be Brandon Demarest.
Catcher number 18, Brandon Demarest.
First pitch to Brandon Demarest outside for a ball. Two aboard with 2 outs, 3 in the inning for the Sabercats, up 5-1. The breaking ball is high to Demarest, and it's 2-0. Back pick to first base. Yeah, that pitch, a called strike, and it's 2-1. And Demarest with a ball out to left center field. And that's down for a hit. I got completely screened by the plate umpire again. We're sitting right at field level behind home plate, and we couldn't see anything out there as that ball got out to left center field.
Courtesy runner number 19, Shane Stansberg.
Anderson scores. Ackman goes to third base, and Demarest stops at second and is lifted again for the courtesy runner as Stansbury is out to run at second base. The batter Kyle Young, as it is now 6-1. Young takes a strike. And a high pop-up in the infield. Shores calls for it. And he's got it to retire the side. The Sabercats score 4 times in the fourth, and after 3.5, lead 6-1. We get back to it here in a swing and a miss. Sumner Resmondo leads off for Page in the bottom of the fourth. And a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Pitching change for Saguaro. Pitch outside, and it's 1-2. And the next pitch foul back out of play. And we stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Chris Freudenberg, the new pitcher for the Sabercats. And the next one skipped in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the 2-2. The ground ball hits slowly on the left side, cut off by the third baseman Nimps. Throws to first, and in time, 1 away.
Now batting for the St. Devils, right fielder, number 18, Chris.
Chris Manson, the right fielder. And the first pitch across for a strike. And next one just misses. 1-1 the count. Kane McCaslin goes 3 innings for Saguaro and allows 2 hits, 1 run that was earned. No walks, 3 strikeouts, and he hit a batter. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 on Chris Manson, the Page right fielder. That ball hit softly to the right side, picked up there and flipped on to first base. And there's 2 away.
Now batting for the St. Devils, shortstop, number 5.
2 outs now for Carlos Guerra as he bats for the first time today. And a swing and a miss for a strike. The 1 and the 0-1. A fastball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. That's fouled back, out of play. And it counts a ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the 4th inning. Page trailing Saguaro 6-1. And the 1-2 pitch. Well, near the outside corner, might have been a little bit off. A called third strike ends the Page fourth inning through 4. Saguaro leads 6-1.
Now batting shortstop, number 6.
First pitch to Matt Morris across for a strike. The 0-1. Breaking ball over his head. It's a ball and a strike. Morris with a double in the second, a single in the fourth. He scored both times. The 1-1 pitch. The fastball high, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Top of the 5th inning, Sabercats again with 6, 7, and 8 in the order. The bunch led off the 4th inning, and it led to a 4-run 4th. Now 3-1 the count on Morris. And the 3-1 pitch is high, and it's ball 4.
Third baseman, number 12, John Nimitz.
Morris aboard at first base, the batter John Nimitz. And a smash right back up the middle. A turn around second on the way to third base. Again, a good read, aggressive base running there as Morris goes from first to third on the single from John Nimitz, his 3rd single of the ball game. And the batter is Reed Austin. I don't think I ever got you the line for the Page starter, Justice Bolden. We'll give you that here as the first one to Austin is inside for a ball. Reed 2 for 2, a single and a double, 3 knocked in on the day for the Sabercats, or in this game, I should say. And a pickoff throw to first base and the runner back. Bolden, the starter for Page, went 3 innings and then faced the first 4 hitters of the 4th without recording an out. He gave up 7 hits, 5 runs all earned, 2 walks and a strikeout. And that ball hit well out to left field. Going to turn that left fielder around. He gets to it in front of the track and makes the catch. Runner comes in from third to score, though, and it's a sacrifice fly for Reed Austin as he knocks in his 4th run of the game.
Second baseman, number 1.
And the run in for Saguaro makes it 7-1. Now Ben Tingley. Sabercats batting in the top of the 5th. Turn and a throw to first base, and they're going to call the runner out at first base as once again, runner goes back standing up over there instead of sliding, and so a pickoff is the second out in the inning, and now Tingley bats where the base is empty. And a breaking ball is high for ball 1. And a breaking ball, that's across for a strike, and it's 1-1. Shores out of the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that one fouled off. And the count goes to 1-2. And the pitch skips in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Tingley. 2 outs, base is empty. A run in for Saguaro in the 5th, leading now 7-1. The 2-2. And a ground ball. That's inside the bag at third. It'll get down the line and into the corner. It's a long run to get there, and pulling in at second base is Ben Tingley. And now we go back to the top of the order for Austin Anderson. Pitch to Anderson across for a strike. Austin hit by a pitch, and he scored a run his last time up. 0 for 2 here in game 2. Next one outside off the glove of the catcher, and on the way to third base is Tingley. Now the 1-1 as we get back to play. The pitch a little bit high, 2 balls and a strike. Breaking ball near the outside corner, a strike, and it's 2-2. 2 outs, a runner at third, a run in for Saguaro. They lead. They lead by a score of 7-1. And now that ball down the line in left field. That's down for a base hit. A run is in, and going to second base is Anderson. It's 8-1 Sabercats. First one is Zach Gibbons across for a strike. Fastball high, and it's 1-1. 2 runs in the inning for the Sabercats. 8-1 the score. That pitch outside to the backstop, and again a runner's going to come around. Anderson to third. Now the throw to the plate. And out at the plate, Anderson trying to sneak one more in for the Sabercats here in the 5th inning. He goes to third on the wild pitch, and then he is thrown out at the plate for the final out in the 5th inning. Saguaro gets a couple of runs in the 5th, and moving to the bottom of the 5th inning, it's 8-1. Eight, 9, and 1 in the order for Page as Trevor Campbell swings and misses for a strike. And a ground ball to the right side. That's grabbed there, and they throw to first base in time. Tingley with the play on the ground ball. Steinheiser in at first base now. So a 4-3 ground out. First one to C.J. Ripka inside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, base is empty, bottom of the 5th inning. Going to play at least 1 extra inning than what we did in the first game, as Saguaro won the first game in 5 innings, 24-4. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And on the outside corner, it's a called third strike. Second strikeout recorded by Freudenberg, and there's 2 away in the Page 5th inning. The batter is Taryn Lund. First one to Lund outside for a ball. And the next pitch across for a strike. It's 1-1. Fastball high, 2-1 to count. 2 outs with the bases empty in the bottom of the 5th inning. 8-1, Saguaro leads. On the 2-1. Pretty good spot there, but a ball, and it's 3-1. And that ball driven out to center field. It'll get down in front of the Saguaro center fielder Gibbons, and that's a 2-out base knock for Taryn Lund.
Now batting for Page, pitcher number 3, Bill Shores.
Now Bill Shores. Shores had a double his last time up, 1 for 2 in the ball game. And the first pitch skipped in for ball 1. Eight-1. Saguaro leads. Ball off the end of the bat. That's fouled back out of play. Look over to first base. The 1-1 pitch. Runner goes. Ball hit on the ground, and a good execution of a hit and run as the ball goes into right field. Young's going to come up throwing. The throw goes to third, and then behind the runner going to second base is not in time. Young came up throwing to third to try to throw out Lund, and that allows Shores to get into scoring position at second base.
Now batting for the Sun Devils, first baseman number 4, Ryan Keasley.
2 in scoring position now for Ryan Keasley. Keasley a fly out and a ground out in his 2 at-bats in game number 2. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. Next one a fastball, that's high, and it's 1-1. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Page down 8-1. And a fastball, that's high, 2 balls and a strike. Set, and the 2-1 pitch. Strike called near the outside corner. It's 2-2 on Keasley. Freudenberg trying to throw up a 0 here in the 5th inning. Page's lone run came in the 3rd. And a pop-up, going to get him out of the inning here if Morris puts it away. And just screened again by that plate umpire. He does. And the side retired. No runs, 2 2-out base hits, and 2 runners left. We put 5 in the books here in game number 2. Saguaro leads Page 8-1. Two, 3, and 4 in the order for Saguaro in the 6th as Zach Gibbons leads off. He took the first pitch for a strike. Second one is a high fly ball out to center field. Lund is there, and he's got it for the first out.
First baseman, number 24, Chris Ackman.
Chris Ackman in there for the Sabercats. And the first pitch outside for a ball. The 1-0. That's inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Ackman a fly out, a double, and a walk in his 3 plate appearances. And a fastball outer half of the plate for a strike. Actually closer to the outside corner, I guess, but 2-1 now the count. And a breaking ball. That's fouled off on the first base side, and it's 2-2. Eight to 1, Saguaro. Sabercats trying to sweep a doubleheader on the road at Page. And the count now 3-2. That's off the end of the bat and hit out to right field. Going to be a long run, though, and Ackman finds the corner as Chris will go to second base with another double. So Ackman with a double down the right field line.
Catcher number 18,
And he's in scoring position for Brandon Demarest. And they're not going to pitch to Demarest again. It's another intentional walk. Demarest aboard at first. Another courtesy runner situation as Stansbury runs at first base. And a pinch hitter as Daniel Ackman will bat for Kyle Young.
Batting for number 11, Kyle Young, is number 14, Daniel Ackman.
And the first 1-2, Ackman low and away for a ball. Next one bounced in there. St. Germain got a piece of it anyway to keep it close, and the runners stay tied to their bags. Swing and a miss on a slider, and it's 2-1. 2 aboard with 1 out, top of the 6th inning. 8-1 is the lead for Saguaro. Breaking ball outside, 3-1. A 3-1 pitch. Well, that's outside for ball 4. That'll load the bases for Matt Morris.
Shortstop number 6, Matt Morris.
Ackman at third. Stansbury running for Demarest at second, and Daniel Ackman aboard at first base. Morris trying to knock in a couple of more here for Saguaro. Pitch on the outside corner, a strike. Next one back out there. First pitch of the at-bat was a ball, so 1-2 the count on Matt Morris. He's right back in there ready to swing again. The 1-2 pitch. They're going to ring him up. All 3 pitches just off the outside corner anyway.
Third baseman number 12, John Nimitz.
Sent 2 away for John Nimitz. 3 base hits for John Nips in 3 at-bats here in the ball game as the first pitch is up and in for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get into center field. 2 runs will come in. The throw will come to the middle of the infield. A 2-run single for John Nips, his 4th hit in 4 at-bats in the ball game. He plates 2 runs to make it 10-1. Ackman at third, Nips aboard at first, and the batter is Reed Austin. Turn and a throw to first, close over there, but the runner just dives back ahead of the throw. And pitch a little bit high. Ball 1 to Reed Austin, who has 4 RBI of the day, a single, a double, and a sac fly. I keep saying on the day for Austin, only when he's up it seems like, but that's just here in game number 2. Totals were outrageous in the first game for Saguaro. They scored 24 runs, so plenty of offense to go around in that one, led by Chris Ackman as he had quite the day. 8 RBIs as he hit for the cycle, plus a walk. Turn and a throw to first. Runner dives back safely. 10-1. Saguaro with the lead. They've scored twice here in the 6th. Pitch off the outside corner, but called strike, and it's 1-2. If you're Shores, I would think you'd want to go right back out there. They're going to call him out again at first base. Nips dives back, but is called out, picked off over there at first base, and that'll guarantee us that we're going to go 7 innings here today as the side is retired. Saguaro scores 2 times in the 6th inning. They do it with a couple of base hits, and they leave 1 runner on. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Saguaro 10 and Page 1. The first pitch popped up right near home plate. And Brandon Demarest with the catch. As Dustin Worker, the DH, pops out on the first pitch at the bottom of the 6th inning, 1 away.
Now batting for the San Devils, third baseman, number 10, Sumner.
Now Sumner Resmondo as Saguaro has gone to the bullpen again. Turner Lace on to pitch. And the ball hit down the left field line. That's going to get foul and out of play. So Chris Freudenberg goes 2 innings for Saguaro, no runs allowed. He gives up 2 base hits, no walks, and he gets 2 strikeouts. And now a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. And the wind and the pitch from Lace. And a breaking ball. And that's been a strike a couple of times today, although that one a breaking ball as opposed to a fastball. And now the 1-2. That's high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, and the base is empty in the bottom of the 6th inning. Page trailing Saguaro 10-1. The wind and the 2-2 pitch. And a breaking ball catches the inside corner, a called third strike. And there's two away in the sixth inning for
Now batting for the
Chris
Sanders,
Manson.
right fielder, number 18, Chris Manson.
SaberCats winners of two straight, trying to get another one here as Manson swings and misses for strike one. And the SaberCats in the driver's seat, up 10-1 in the bottom of the sixth. Lace with a one-strike pitch. A little bit low, and it's 1-1. The wind and the 1-1 pitch. And a ground ball up the middle. Long way to get it, and it's off the glove of the shortstop Morris. A two-out error keeps the inning alive, and the batter will be Carlos Guerra. Guerra ready as we had a break there as Page went to the bench and brought out a pinch runner as Guerra takes the pitch low. Dylan Johnson on as the pinch runner, and he's aboard at first base. Saguaro going to try a pick off to first as they've had a couple of runners banged out at first base here in the doubleheader. And there's a hard shot out towards second, and Tingley wasn't sure what to do there. It was just a hard shot. He kind of flung the glove out there. Could not get it.
Batting for the Sun Devils, midfielder, number 8, Trevor Kimball.
And two aboard with two outs for Trevor Campbell. First pitch low and away for ball one. Campbell 0 for 2 today. Ground outs both times to the right side of the infield, once to first and once to second. The 1-0. And a swing and a miss. And it's a ball and a strike. 10-1 SaberCats trying to sweep this doubleheader on the road in Page. Off the handle of the bat, out towards center field, but going back is Morris to make the catch. He does, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, one left. Make it no runs, a hit, an error, and two left. We go to the seventh, it's 10-1. Underway in the seventh inning, Reed Austin takes an off-speed pitch for a strike. 8-9-1 in the order for the SaberCats, swinging the bats for the final time here today on the road in Page. And a pop-up out to the shortstop, Guerra, and he stays with it for the catch, and there's one away.
Now batting for Tingley, number 10, Michael Benson.
Michael Benson, the batter for Saguaro, as he pinch hits for Ben Tingley. First pitch outside for ball one. 10-1, Saguaro leads. And the next pitch high, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0. And that's high for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Benson. And the SaberCats with a base runner here in the 7th inning. Back to the top of the order for Austin Anderson.
Leadoff hitter, number 21, left fielder Austin Anderson.
We'll get to the later part of the afternoon. Pick off to first and the runner back as the sun's starting to make its way down here. Still about an hour and a half away probably from setting, but the breeze has picked up as that fly ball is hit well out to right field. Turns the right fielder Manson around, and The runner will be held at third base. Benson stops at third. It's a double for Austin Anderson, his second double of the ball game.
Center fielder number 3, Zach
And the
Gibbons.
batter is Zach Gibbons. First pitch high for a ball to Gibbons, who was 0 for 4 today, or at least in game number 2 anyway. Plenty of hits to go around in game 1 as that pitch is popped up, back and out of play. Two aboard with one out in the top of the 7th. The line of the pitch is high, 2 balls and a strike. Benson at third, Anderson at second. The 2-1. Ball spanked out to right center field, and more, I guess, toward right field. I thought that was going to get into the alley more. Manson with the catch. Runner tags and scores from third as Benson taps the plate, and it's 11-1. Sacrifice fly from Zach Gibbons is the second out.
Batting for Ackman, number 23, Travis Steinheiser.
Travis Steinheiser in and ready to go as he hits for Chris Ackman, and the pitch across for a strike. And a ground ball into left field for a base hit. Anderson will come around to score. And it's an RBI single for Steinheiser, and it's 12-1.
Catcher number 18, Brandon Demarest.
And Brandon Demarest at the plate. First base isn't open here, so the combination of that plus the score, and Page is going to pitch to Demarest. They walked him twice here in this second game. Turn and a throw to first. Steinheiser getting a little workout over there at first base as he's had to dive back a couple of times. And the first pitch to Demarest high for a ball. 2 runs in for Saguaro in the 7th inning. They lead 12-1. Fastball high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Page will send up 9, 1, and 2 in the order when they hit in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a fly ball, shallow right. Going to be a long run and a diving try for Monson. He can't get to it. And that's going to allow Steinheiser to come around to score. The relay throw goes to third, and Demarest out of gas and out at third base. Can't see it there now. Get a little better look at it, but he gets the RBI double to bring in another run, and then he is thrown out to end the top of the 7th inning. Sabercats score 3 times in the 7th and lead 13-1. Nine, 1, and 2 in the order for Page in the bottom of the 7th, and C.J. Ripka going after the first one. Puts that one down the left field line, and that's down for a hit. Ripka going to try for 2 as the ball gets just under Anderson's glove, and it's a leadoff double for the Sand Devils in the 7th. We'll see if they can make some noise here.
Now batting leadoff hitter number 2,
Taryn Lund makes his way to the plate. Left-hander Jake Swartz is on to pitch the 7th inning. And a fly ball to center field. Gibbons in his tracks makes the catch. Runner only takes a step off the bag at second, and there's one away.
Now up for the Sand Devils, pitcher number 3, Phil Shores.
Turner Lace goes an inning for Saguaro and gives up 1 hit, no walks, 1 strikeout. Now Bill Shores. And a swing and a miss for a strike. Shores 2 for 3. He's got a single and a double, plus a ground out. 13-1. Saguaro with the lead, looking to sweep the doubleheader over the page. And a ground ball over to third. That's off the glove of the third baseman, Nimps, and another runner aboard.
Now batting for the Sand Devils, first baseman, number 4, Ryan Kiesling.
Yeah, Ryan Kiesling. Well, I think I mentioned this in the first game. I don't know if I did here in the second, though. But again, we're sitting right at field level, directly behind home plate. As you can see, there's no bleachers directly behind the plate. So no chance really to get any sort of elevation or anything. And the first pitch misses for a ball. It looked as though Kiesling went around on the swing, but neither umpire said so. They put up a strike on the scoreboard, so maybe they thought he got after it. That one fouled back out of play, and the count's 1-1. So anyway, one thing about it, we've been doing baseball for a long, long time, and I'm pretty used to showing up at new places and finding a place to film. And if there's no bleachers, then typically the second choice is where we're at now, which is close up against the fence. They get a ground ball over to short. Morris gets an easy hop for the out at second. Throw on to first is not in time, and Page will get a run. And I said Morris, but it's not Morris, the shortstop, as the Sabercats make a change. And it's Nick Lagoussis, the shortstop. They get the force out at second. So a 6-4 force of Shores for the second out. The throw went on to first base and short hopped Steinheiser at first. The runner, Ripka, comes around to score to make it 13-2. And now Page down to their final out. Dustin Worker at the plate. Swartz will throw to first base. Anyway, so we end up behind home plate, almost up against the fence. But it's a good shot here with the pitcher, catcher, batter. No fence to look through and all that, which is where we typically see it. You get a swing and a foul tip for a strike. So the second priority is to make sure we can at least see the plays at first base, because that's typically where the next good bit of action is going to occur. And then after that, it's do what you can. And so we get the chain links in every once in a while as that pitch is back and out of play. And down to the final strike. 0-2 the count here. Anyway, so it's not ideal. Baseball, tough sport to cover with just one camera, regardless of how good the setup or the facility is. And this one tough with the fence the way it is. But we've done what we could here today. The 0-2 pitch. A breaking ball a little bit high, and Worker shaking his head a little bit. He thought that might have been strike three, and he gets new life, or a little additional life here. The 1-2 from Swartz, and a fly ball to right field. And under it in right field to make the catch to retire the side and end the ball game. Page does not, actually I beg your pardon, they do get a run in the 7th inning on 1 base hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on. And our final score is Saguaro 13 and Page 2, as the Sabercats sweep the doubleheader on the road here at Page. And the Sabercats improve to 6-3 on the season. Saguaro will be very busy the next couple of weeks in the Scottsdale Spring Training Invitational. They'll play 4 games in 3 days, beginning with a doubleheader at 9 o'clock on Monday morning. So that'll do it here. Again, our final in Game 1, it was Saguaro 24 and Page 4. In Game 2, it's Saguaro 13 and Page 2. From Sand Devil Stadium, just off the campus of Page High School in Page. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long. We'll talk to you on Monday morning when Saguaro hosts Verdigris High School from Oklahoma.